Hey, you guys, this is Quentin601, and I said I was going to come this week with some reviews of things such as like the Poltergeist and update to Married to Medicine. And so I'm here with the Married to Medicine because I just kind of like caught up on that. But I'm going to also, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and say this and just be honest with you guys is that I'm really over this show because anyway, the show is wrapping up anyway. Next week is its basically season finale. So that just tells me that there wasn't too much to this season anyway. And I'm gonna tell you why after in this review why I think that. Um, and then also let you know why I think that this whole situation between Toya and Mariah was like really high school shit. And if they really had some tea to go back and forth with this situation and to like really clarify to oppose if it's getting messy where they're starting digging up stuff on each other's husbands now and bringing it in the picture, which I knew that was going to happen in the beginning with the whole warning with Quad because Quad was paranoid that Kyrie was going to come for her and try to dig up something on her really quickly. But this is just silly shit. This is just silliness. You know, I'm gonna start with the lemon squeeze, the sip, and the trip to the vineyard, and it's gonna be all together very quickly. But here though, the lemon squeeze, Jackie, you did your best by getting these women together and try to keep them under control, but you should have known that at that early in the stage with this situation, that they're not going to be able to sit down and look at each other and talk to each other without raising their voice or cutting each other off. I just thought that your timing was off, but I give you an A for effort because you you tried to you tried to fix the situation and it did work out even though you thought that it did not work out and you was fed up with the situation. I You did what you could and it worked. That's the only thing you can do. You can't get everybody on the same level as you and be zen all the time and just life is perfect. Everybody don't click or think the same way you do. But I give you an A for trying and it worked. But I just want to say that you got to be careful because you can't fix everybody. And just how like Mariah snapped at you and everything, I think that's what made you give up. It's because your feelings was hurt that somebody snapped at you, and you're not used to people snapping at you that hard. And I completely understand that why you made the scene and you got up and ran up out of there said you can't stand here and be making this mockery of women. I completely get it. I completely get it. But you can't fix everybody. That's my only point. But you get an A for effort. Okay. The sip that was that episode just it kind of annoyed me. It really did. It really just annoyed me. Um, it really just fucking annoyed me. So the vineyard. I'll say this between the situation between Mariah and Toya. Mariah is hurt, but Mariah still want to have something to do with Toya because I'm like, if you were really this hurt, you would just pay her dust and don't want to have anything to deal with her. You may want to get your point across this, that, and the fourth, but why even bother? Why even bother if you're this hurt? Just keep your distance from the bitch. As far as Carrie, you know, I understand you was hurt by Carrie as well, and you know, I see what y'all tried to do. You can't be mad at Carrie and then still want to have a friendship with her and work on that, you know, and then expect Kyra to be neutral and knowing that Kyra is friends of Toya. This is just like really like high school shit. That's why I say this is like really high school shit. And this whole thing of this he say she say, you said this is something negative about my daughter being adopted and this that and the fourth. I'm like, okay, Mariah's sister really just came out of the fucking woodwork, just out from underneath the goddamn stone and just popped up and said, "Girl, guess what I heard at the salon? I heard that Toya is out here talking about Aiden being adopted and this, that, and the fourth. And then all of a sudden she just disappears. No more. You don't really hear from her, see her, or anything. Um, but I'm like this. If the shit was said, why not at least call the damn hairdresser that allegedly spreaded the rumor and have him on three-way or on speakerphone to have everybody hear that this shit was said. That's why I said that this is fucking high school shit and I'm over it. And what makes me even more over it is the preview for the next episode is that okay, Mariah, it seems like to me that you have had a slight change of heart and you again, that's why I say you want to deal with Toya. You still like Toya. You still have feelings for Toya. You still want to be around Toya. You may try to act like you don't with your attitude and stuff like that. I see through it. And Mariah, I like you. That's why I'm kind of going in on you because I see this shit and it's really high school stuff, and you need to just be woman about it and not just give all this attitude and all this silliness. Just be an adult about it and say what you have to say. If you're gonna pay her dust, pay her dust. If you're not, do like your husband is doing with the situation with the men. Forgive, but you don't have to forget. You don't have to forget. You can still remember the situation. You just have to remember there's certain topics and certain stuff that is sensitive to you. You can't share. You know you can't share that anymore. I'm gonna say that just drop the situation right now, but just put the shit in perspective like this, Mariah. You have more control of the situation for real, because okay, your husband, those men, those doctors, yeah, it's gonna take them some time, but men get over stuff very quickly. It's women, because women are emotional, and I'm not going in and try to make this a sexist thing. I'm not. But women are emotional, and I understand you are hurt by this situation. But if you had a slight change of heart at the slightest, and you wanted to forgive her or give her a second chance, then do that. Don't wait till you have this conversation with your mom and hear how your mom feels, and then try to have that change of heart again, because they're going to send a mixed message around the entire group of women after they have seen and heard what you've displayed. If you have had a change of heart, because this is how I know you've had a change of heart. Because if you really wanted to fuck up Toya, you could have fucked her up in that damn charter bus, y'all was in going to the vineyard when y'all was going or leaving. Um, you could have really fucked her up when she got up, because Toya was like, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with it. I'm done with these silly ass games. That's why it's like it's this high school shit. She's like, I'm done with these silly ass games. What have I done to you? And you keep saying you have done a plethora of things, a plethora of things, a plethora of things, a plethora of things. But the only things you keep coming back to is that she said something about Aiden. And okay, she's saying she's sorry. She may have acknowledged that she said it or said that she said it and didn't mean any harm by it. But just the simple fact, if you had a slight change of heart and wanted to forgive her, then go with it. Because again, here's why I say you need to stick with this, because okay, your husband still got to work with Toya's husband. They still they still are connected professionally one way or another. And they're going if they're uneasy in the workplace with each other, how you think that's going to affect them and focus on you all's income and the care of the patients without them focus and being focused on the patients, and they worried about stupid shit and try to stay out of each other's paths at work. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. So the men can get over that shit, but since you want to change your mind, if you have changed your mind, and how I'm seeing this now, you have changed your mind for the simple fact of your mom, how she feel, which in my mind, I understand your mom's feelings about her adopted granddaughter. I understand those, but how she feel is how she feel. She got to deal with her feelings. You got to know your place and your role, and how to control the entire situation. Because at the end of the day, you are the mother. You are the mother of Aiden. You got to set the example for Aiden. You got to make sure that you are the best mother that you can be. You can't be just reacting every time your mom feels some type of way, but because somebody said something about Aiden or did this about Aiden, because she can feel some type of way because the kindergarten teacher or her teacher said something about a report card or something like that. Are you gonna snap off then? That's why I say like this stuff is kind of like high school stuff to me. And Mariah, I'm just saying that you need to really just sit back and just think clearly of the situation and just calm your emotions down and just really think about the situation, because I can see that you may not want to deal with Toya as much as you did before, because it seemed like y'all really did not just kick it that much anyway, but she was still kind of an acquaintance to you or whatnot, almost at friend level. Y'all had y'all times together, and I think that y'all had some quality time, because if you didn't have good quality time together, then I would say you wouldn't be so hurt, because you showing the pain that a friend betrayed you with a deep dark secret, in which that's how you feel, and that's what I see, is that you feel like that a friend betrayed you. That's what I see. And like I said, if you really felt some type of way and really wanted to do something to Toya and really wanted to act a nut, you could have right there when Toya was in your face asking you these questions to try to clear up the situation. But I understand you was being ladylike and you didn't want to get to that side anymore. You didn't want that side of you to come out anymore. But Mariah, I hope you find peace with this situation, because like I said, I don't know who said what at this point, because somebody should have had this hairdresser on speakerphone or something by now. Somebody saying something. That's why I'm over this. This is some high school shit. And I don't even think that there's going to be a season two of this, because it's this whole season has just been wrapped around Toya and Mariah with their little beef. First it started off with Quad, which that was like squashed very quickly. Then it was now it was Mariah and Toya, they little quarrel. It's like, okay, and then in the midst of that, there's Carrie. She's trying to cause a little scene and try to make a name for herself. And I'm like, okay, this is just all just silliness. And Jackie is over here trying to be, you know, have the perfect life, and Simone is living life, and I live for her. And it's like, I don't know. I don't see a second season for this, but they tried, but maybe I'm wrong. But that's my review for Married to Medicine, and yeah, that's it. This is Quinn 601. Peace.